Big win, I guess. Talk about winning the regional title this year, especially after the heartbreak last year. Some tense moments, but to get the regional title.
Always fun. Got to win to move on. So, easy to get caught up on almost lost. I think it's more important to look at the fact that we won. And that's a play we work on. Those kids have been working on that since Bills came and has started coaching, so 15, 20 years. So.
I mean, you got to pick off early in the game. That was pretty big, too, at second base, 2 on. And, I mean, last game as well, so the pickoffs really been huge for you.
Yep, absolutely. And like I said, we work on that a lot. Against Dells, it really killed their momentum. The one at second base, you're absolutely right. Third, obviously, the end of the game. Hunter's block at home and then the kid going and getting him out at the plate. That's, those things, that's a little stuff of baseball that no one really sees.
Talk about getting the really nice start early on. I think the 3 runs in the first inning, that obviously helps take some pressure off.
Yeah, when they got the one, and we could have hung our heads, we didn't. I thought we could have extended the lead a little bit more, but we didn't. So, we kept answering back and putting pressure. Being up by 3 at the end was a heck of a lot easier than being up by 2. So, those little things like that was big for us.
Talk about Owen. I mean, he was in trouble a lot with runners on base, but he managed to make the big plays when needed. Obviously, the defense didn't help him out at times. I think 3 of the 4 runs were unearned.
Owen's he's a contact pitcher. We got to make plays behind him. I'd say 3 or 4 of their hits were good at bats on their part. They put the ball in play. Little flares and a couple of infield singles. You can't do anything about that. He gets a lot of those because that's the type of pitcher he is. So you can't hang your head and just go to the next guy.
Talk about bringing Paulvey in with the, I think, 2 on. And, I mean, Paulvey's pitched 1 inning all year. At least at home. Maybe he's pitched another inning.
That's it.
Okay, so he's pitched 1 inning all year. Yeah, bring the senior out there in the biggest moment. Talk about that.
He's, besides Peyton, probably Paulvey's the one that we trust the most. It's that simple. And we're going to live and die by whatever he was going to do.
I know you don't know your opponent for Tuesday already, but just talk about coming Tuesday and obviously 2 games to go to state.
Yeah, we just play the first one, go 1-0. We'll throw Peyton the first game. He's he's been there before, not on the mound, but playing wise, he's 4-year starter on varsity. So play and see what happens.
Thanks for your time, Dan. You pitch 1 inning all year. They bring you out to the mound in the biggest situation of the year, 2 on, 0 outs. I think you walked the first batter. You got the pop-up, hit a batter, got another pop-up. Just talk about, coming out there in that situation.
I enjoy pitching. I haven't done it much this year, but it's just going out there, making sure you throw strikes because I trust the defense more than anything. We've got a strong group of guys in the field. Just make them hit the ball, and we'll get the out. That's the biggest thing, is just getting it in there so we can make a play.
Talk about that final play. What was it? Did you get a call from Coach Bill to throw over? What happened there?
With that, Coach Kinzinger was saying all year that I just had a really good-looking pickoff move to third. Because of my release point, and I noticed the runner was kind of lackadaisical over there, so I gave Peyton a sign and we just went for it. Figured that's the best way to approach the situation.
To win a regional title this year after last year's heartbreak, I mean, last year you were 1 out away from going to extra innings. It wasn't to win the game, but to come back this year and win the regional title and a pretty exciting finish. Talk about that.
Oh, it feels really good. I mean, my freshman year we got this far, and ever since then, I've been looking to keep pushing forward, keep going, and coming in this year with this group of seniors and the underclassmen, there's just so much experience and so much team camaraderie that just pushing through this year. Our bats are strong, our fielding's strong. It just felt really good to finally push through.
I mean, offensively, you started off the game pretty well too. You had was it a double or a single to start the game off? Single to start the game off. You scored, I think, on a Hunter double.
Yep.
So just talk about you and the offense starting off the game early and getting those 3 runs.
Whenever I go up to the plate at the beginning of the game, the thought is, I'm setting the tone for the game here. If I get on, it's going to put confidence in the other guys' heads, and it feels really good when you lead off with that single, and then just Hunter coming up and creating runs. The team's hitting so well. It feels good to get the bats going. Just the beginning of the game, I would say, is probably the most important part of the game, because you can take the wind right out of the team's sail if you're doing good. So
Sectionals Tuesday. What are you? Yeah, I mean, you were there as a freshman, obviously,
Yep.
and just how about come Sectionals Tuesday, win 2 games, you're in Fox City Stadium.
Yeah. With sectionals, I think the most important thing is just taking it one game at a time. Don't be looking ahead, just be going, win this first game, be confident in your bats. Don't play up the other team. We're a great hitting team, and we can hit off anyone. I feel we just got to be confident going up to the plate, and no one can stop us if we're confident. The only team that can beat us is us.
Congratulations, Ben.
Thank you.